I was born and raised in the island of Cuba many, many years ago. And from extremely poor family. And nobody in my family at all was involved with art, not only with music, with art in general. And I was the first one.
Wow.
But I embrace the music very seriously, and I really believe since the very beginning that music have the possibility to save my life, and it did. And I owe everything to the music. I got 40 something albums. I'm not counting, but it's more than 40. Basically, this is officially my very first Christmas album. And I'm glad that I'm doing here in Notre Dame.
Wow. Beautiful.
Exactly 1 year ago, I got a very, very great privilege and honor that I received a doctorate in fine art. It's a big honor for me, and I really, when I get here in the university, I tell you, as soon as we walk here, I felt something special in this place. I feel very peaceful, a good karma, something like special, very special. Right before we left, I talked to the provost. I talked to him, I say, you know what? I got a feeling that we should do like a recording of a Christmas album together with any kind of formation of the university. I would love to do that. And here we are. We're going to spend the whole week over here. And once again, I'm so happy to be here in Notre Dame because it's a wonderful university and the people are so nice all over, everywhere you go.
So my name's Tom Moore. I'm the producer of the recording. Rob Friedrich, my colleague from 5-4 Productions, is our chief engineer, and he right now is setting the sound, what we call setting the sound. So having each one of the musicians play and making the necessary mic adjustments or adjustments in here with the mix. And so we need to do that with each artist on each microphone. And when that's done, then we'll start into our takes and our sessions.
I'm Daniel Stein, and I'm the managing producer for the Arturo Sandoval project. It's certainly a great opportunity to work with such a famous artist, and it's an interesting day, at least from my perspective. I mean, there are so many different parts of the puzzle that you have to juggle that go all the way from rehearsals, engineering, and it's just been a great opportunity. I've been learning a lot, and it's been a lot of fun.
My name is Alex Mansour. I'm a sophomore here at the University of Notre Dame, and I was responsible for arranging the combo charts and children's choir tunes, so around 7 total off the album.
When we get here and start the first couple of rehearsals, we gave them the opportunity to do the arrangement because I want they participate as much as they can get involved in the whole project. And when I listen to the arrangement, some of them was okay, some of them it really scared me a lot because Christmas music should be treated with respect.
I think it's definitely an exciting reality of music and collaboration and the industry in general with making these sort of projects. We initially had Frosty the Snowman in B minor, sort of taking a darker approach to it, but Mr. Sandoval's artistic vision was more traditional and bringing the fun spirit that the song originally has. So we definitely went that direction, and it's been incredibly an honor to work with him and to hear his changes and to bring my ideas going through his filter and coming out with the arrangements that we have here at the end.
I prefer to respect the melody and the harmony, and we rearrange a bunch of things And now I think I'm pleased with the approach and the way we are treating those songs.
The nature of these things, I think everybody comes into a situation wanting to do the best and be at their best, and sometimes that requires some, adjustments. And I don't think that this is, necessarily out of the usual for something like this. It just requires everybody to be on their toes and to bring their best.
And you know what? I prefer you stick with the first form
Yeah,
all the way through.
definitely.
That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times the same set of chords.
Yep.
And then after I blow the one solo, I would like you do like a trade-in.
He's beautiful. He's a living legend, and he has an opinion about music, obviously. And we're used to rolling with all kinds of ways to talk about music. There's all kinds of academic approaches. There's folky approaches. So we can just roll with it, be flexible and nice as much as possible.
When you have musicians and producers and a choir like this one that is at a certain level, the rehearsal isn't really the necessary element. It's more about the direction and sort of the decision making. So it's spontaneous in the sense that things are being created on the spot, but I think that there's a ton of experience and practice behind those individual decisions that have kind of already built up to this point.
I'm very happy that we're doing this record here in Notre Dame, and I'm collaborating and recording and playing with all different groups, included the children choir, which is they're excellent group of kids, and they sing so beautiful. And also all the singers, the guest singers, they're extremely good. How you doing, guys? Do you have any idea what's my name, what I've been doing all my life, what I do? Somebody tell you?
You play the trumpet really well.
I play the trumpet, yeah. And I don't know how many albums, and I play with everybody you could imagine. God has been very good to me, and I'm blessed because of that. And I'm also very blessed because today I'm here making music with you all. And it's a privilege, and I really appreciate very much your time and your enthusiasm and your desire to do this recording. And we all going to be very pleased and proud with the final result. When we finish, you're going to enjoy listening to this because everything going to sound beautiful and everybody going to looks good. And you're going to be proud to play that track to your relatives and friends. I'm positive about it. But thank you very much. Can we do it one more time? Just because I like the song so much. It's very relaxing, it's very peaceful. You feel like a... Let's do it one more time. Yeah.
Arturo Sandoval has been an incredible, really generous with his time and encouraging of our students. He particularly loves the graduate students who are singing along with him, and the kids. He just livens up when he starts hearing the kids sing behind him. It's just an exciting, they feed off each other. The kids start dancing, he starts improvising, and it's this energy that just goes back and forth between the two.
Arturo Sandoval, he is amazing.
He's very good at what he does.
Very, very good.
How many Grammys has he?
29.
29 Grammys.
It's always very rewarding when you have the opportunity to see that you are provoking a kind of special interest in people toward music. Because I always say that music is the balm for the soul. Music has that kind of ability to heal our soul, And any special feeling when you really embrace the music seriously. And this is what I have been trying to do for so many years. made that kind of sentiment like a contagious to the kids, you know, that being around the music always gonna bring you good experience.
Today was fabulous. We recorded 6 songs with Mr. Sandoval and 5 of them with the children's choir. Some standard tunes like Joy of the World and O Come All You Faithful, and then some great jazzed up versions of Frosty the Snowman and a beautiful classical version of Ave Maria, which Mr. Sandoval has described as the Catholic anthem that any self-respecting Catholic like him, like he is going to be able to play that with majesty and beauty. So we really left that one to speak for itself. Didn't add too much jazz elements. He's playing it pretty straight. The kids are singing in the background, backing him up as well.
My name is Abby Helbing. I'm a first-year conducting student in the Sacred Music program, and I'm the assistant conductor for the chamber choir. And so we were just rehearsing for the Ave Maria, which we're about to record with Miss Isabella, and we're singing in the background for that.
I would like to mention that we got a 100% non-profit organization in the city of Los Angeles, California, which we call ASI, A-S-I, Arturo Sandoval Institute. It's a non-profit. The idea is to help kids that who they want to learn music, study music. We provide instruments to them, lessons, private lessons, scholarships, and this is what we do. And this project, I'm so happy to tell you that it's going to be like a kind of a partnership with Notre Dame University and Arturo Sandoval Institute. And then all the profit or whatever came out of the selling of the album is going to be 100% donated to scholarships given by ASI and Notre Dame.
I know you too. Hi.
How are you, man?
Oh, good to see you. You're looking good. Which one do you want us to do first?
Oh my goodness. I want to go to the hotel and take a nap.
Okay. You want to just run it? You want to do the
I need a
legit
music
one?
style.
You want to do
Anything.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is Mr. Arturo Sandoval. Welcome to the band. We just rehearsed with Arturo Sandoval the 2 concert band pieces that we have prepared for him. I wrote these pieces knowing that we would have the best trumpet player in the world coming to solo with the band, and it worked out great. We had a Spanish piece called Fum Fum Fum, and then also a gospel jazz piece called Let It Shine. And he's always so gracious and so professional. It's a great example for the kids here at Notre Dame. This is really a world-class artist, and just to hear the sound that he produces it's like 8 instruments. It has the volume and the presence and the projection and the sonority of 8 players, and just to hear that type of sound in all ranges and facility is just an amazing role model for our students.
We've all just been thrilled. I mean, to work with not just a stellar musician, but a man who's like taught us a lot about how to play more cohesively as an ensemble, and is just so diverse in his expertise. It's been a privilege through and through, and so I think that everybody has just been extremely grateful for the time that we've had over the last week, and we're really excited to have been a part of this process.
Tonight, Arturo Sandoval came in and rehearsed 4 songs with us. It was a treat for all of us for a couple of reasons. One is that he is such a good musician himself. But the second thing is that although he's very kind about it, he is very demanding. He wanted our students to play their best. And when things just weren't quite right, he'd stop, gently say, this is what we need to do. I don't want you guys to play there. I want you to be a little bit softer. Bring that part out, whatever it was, because I think he wants this to be a really great album because he deserves it. So we're going to do our best to do a great recording with Arturo this week, and we're looking forward to hearing the finished product. This should be great.
There's no question that they rose to the challenge. These students here are just really well-behaved, mature, and mixing students with professionals is always great to see, because you can pass down some of the knowledge and sharing information, and I think that's kind of what it's all about here.
And this is exactly what we're doing here, you know. When I talk to them, I always try to pass my passion for the music, my respect for the music, and same token, of course, my respect for the audience, because that's the final step of the whole thing, you know, when you are in front of the audience and when they give you feedback to you and you feel that, you feel like the king of the world, you know. It's a unique feeling.
He just did a tour through Europe for 3 weeks, then had a week off and went straight into a 3-week tour in China. It's really nonstop for him. But what I always think is that he's been doing this since, you know, he was 20 years old, and it's almost like performing in front of an audience is his oxygen. Like, he needs it. And when he has a week or two off, he'll actually be like, hey Mel, when are we going back on the road? Like, he physically and emotionally needs it. I mean, he really draws so much energy from the audience, and that's why he just keeps on going. His energy is incredible.
He's working a lot harder than anybody else, because when he's not playing these sessions, he's at donor events or with the trustees or doing, you know, he's constantly on the run. And I mean, you've seen it when he sits down in the, you know, the recording session. He's bringing it, you know. He's the godfather of the trumpet, you know, and yet, you know, with the young players there, they're all sort of sitting up in their seats when they hear him play. So, it's amazing.
I think what I've learned from Mr. Sandoval is the music always comes first. As someone that worked on the arrangements and had to revise some of the arrangements, making music together and playing things that work with each other was the priority. If we were off the page, we were off the page. But listening to each other, playing things that make melodic and musical sense, and playing emotionally rather than technically is definitely something that we hear in his playing.
The heart of the matter is in the details, because I feel like when we actually got into the recording process, the level of intricacy that we put on, you know, the specific articulation on one note or intonation as a group had to be so perfectly precise to make a really solid finished product. And it's not something that any of us had really had a lot of experience with previously, so just getting the better understanding of what that was like was really sort of eye-opening as a musician and very instructive, I'd say.
Well, in the world of jazz, you don't necessarily follow the parts as they're written. They're meant to be embellished and played a little differently. And sometimes, you know, when you bring someone in, they may have a different perspective or have a different approach, and it may not suit them best. And that's kind of the world of jazz. It gives you a little bit of that flexibility and unpredictability to it. And I think that actually what turns out to be great music sometimes is when the unexpected happens, and it can turn out to be quite amazing.
Has been a long week. It's been a long week with some really great work. I think it's been very rewarding for me. I think it's been really exciting to see Arturo work with the kids and really bring each ensemble along, each piece along. And so now we just have the jazz band, 3 tunes, and be the completion of a good week.
This was a crazy week, but it was very exciting. We had a wonderful time. Arturo was very much looking forward to really spending time with the musicians, giving them his input, some guidance, and really kind of helping them and do kind of little mini master classes along the way to ensure that we got the best recording. And I really think we did. I mean, the kids really brought it and did a great job.
Anyway, we have a lot of fun. We really, I think we got a beautiful album with all the different groups. And now we have to start to mix everything and put everything together, edit it, all those things. And hopefully the first rough mix gonna be available to listen and check it out, everything to be sure every tune is good to go.
It's just been a great honor to be here. Arturo's so happy to be kind of giving back at this point in his career and helping young musicians. It's become a very vital mission of his. So this has been part of that mission, and we're grateful that we were able to do it here in this incredible university, Notre Dame.
And this project is another demonstration of that kind of feeling, you know, because we flew from the West Coast to come here, stay away from my family, my little dog that I miss him so much, to do it here in Notre Dame, and I'm having a lot of fun. This is a special occasion, and we really hope that the people embrace the album and enjoy the Christmas music in this very respectful and nice treatment. Man, piano is the most beautiful instrument.